Hey guys, what's up? It is me, StrawHatLucas, Captain of the Last Ark, and welcome to Rambling Addiction. This is the second episode of a series where I give you guys my open thoughts on certain topics. This episode's topic was supposed to be Bleach, but once I started bullet pointing all of the things I wanted to talk about with that series, I realized I had way more to say about Bleach than I initially thought. So I'm putting that one on the back burner just for the moment so that I can get it all straightened out and bring you guys a quality video. Not that my videos are quality. So I hear you asking yourself, then Lucas, what is today's topic? It's a shonen manga that no one is talking about.
Oh my god, what is that?
Yeah, it's dandadan. Let me ask you a question. Do you enjoy the paranormal, the endless enigma of alien life, cryptids, yokai, and unsolved mysteries of our world? Then why are you not reading dandadan? At the time of this video, dandadan is up to 149 chapters. Wow, I've been reading it for a while now. And if you're not familiar with the series, other than like the small little thing I just did, oh man, how do I describe dandadan? Ooh. Okay, so it's about this boy and this girl, these high school students who, oh man, how do I describe dandadan, y'all? Okay, let's start with Momo. Momo is a 15 to 16-year-old girl who is obsessed with paranormal activity. She lives with her grandma, and goddamn, grandma. Her grandmother is a fortune teller who makes a living reading people's fortunes on television, and Momo, taking after her grandmother, also has some latent psychic abilities, but we will get there. Or we won't. I tend to ramble in these things. She's also obsessed and infatuated with this movie star named Ken Takakura, like has all kinds of posters, all of his DVDs and stuff, and that brings us to our next character, the male lead of this series, Ken Takakura. Not to be confused with the movie star, Ken Takakura. Yeah, Momo meets this kid who's been in school with her forever and did not realize he had the same exact name as the movie star she was in love with. But let's take her lead in this and call him Okarun. Okarun is a 15 to 16-year-old kid and is a self-described social outcast. Okarun has an affinity for occult knowledge, mostly cryptids and aliens. So him and Momo meet up, and she bets him that he can't find a ghost, and he bets her that she cannot find aliens, so they send each other off to these two paranormal activity hotspots. I won't be going any further really into plot details because I don't want to spoil this amazing experience for anyone in my audience. But let's just say, from that setup I gave you, a lot of shenanigans ensue. I mean a lot of shenanigans, guys. And I want you guys to experience the amazing story and art of mangaka Yukinobu Tatsu. Now, Tatsu is the GOAT. Tatsu's art is insane, guys. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, his double page spreads, actually, I don't know if he's a he even, but their double page spreads are just... I'm gonna put one up on the screen now. Yeah, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like, jeez. Oh. The first aspect of this series that I actually fell in love with was the romantic subplot. And I know what you're saying. A shonen with a romantic subplot, like, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. And I know, as a 30-something-year-old man, I should not be so obsessed with wanting these two 16-year-olds to be in a relationship.
Oh, thank God.
But I am. But the reason I'm so invested is because of how well Tatsu's writing is. He makes you care for these characters. And if I'm being honest, it almost reminds me of myself at that age, being 15, 16, and being in love, and like understanding what that meant, and like at least thinking I did, and trying to impress the person that I wanted to be with even more, and wanting to do more for them. Because as anyone who's experienced young love knows, it's a powerful thing. And I think Tatsu, in the way that he writes the romance between Okarun and Momo, just understands it on that level that can kind of resonate with everyone. And there's even several times that during these big shonen-esque battles that are happening in the manga where I'm like, can we get done with this so I can see like if they're going to? Like, are they gonna finally be boyfriend and girlfriend? Like, let me know, Tatsu. But nonetheless, even though I say that, that doesn't mean that the battles are not spectacular. Something I want to say is that Tatsu's battle choreography is just on a whole different level, guys. Like I showed you a double spread earlier, the stuff that he draws for action, twice that. You can feel the impact of every single hit that Tatsu draws, and it speaks to their level as a mangaka. Not only that, but every battle seems to have this emotional weight to it, or this high tension that makes you feel like you're there within the combat. And that's something I want to praise Tatsu on as well, is that he does what Demon Slayer tried to do successfully. Hold up.
Hold up.
Let me explain a little bit. In Demon Slayer, they always tried to humanize the demons, and for some reason that never really landed with me. And I've read all of Demon Slayer. I've been very, very vocal about not being the biggest fan of it. I think the art style is amazing. It's very gorgeous, and Inosuke is an amazing manga character. But at the same time, I don't feel like the mangaka put as much into the story as he did the art and action. And when he tried to explain these demons' backstories, because he put so much into the art and action of the battle, it took me out of that combat to give me this backstory. It just never hit with me. Tatsu is the complete opposite. He always seems to wait until the enemy has just been defeated, like they're in their last moments on this earth, and he'll give you the most gut-wrenching backstory that you will ever read in a manga. Here's looking at you, Silky.
Oh, no.
And even if the fights that Tatsu draws aren't as immense or grand as other shonens, they still, like I said earlier, have so much weight and impact. And what he lacks in those combats, he makes up for with story and development on a whole different level entirely. And one of the best parts of this whole manga is the power system that he uses inside these moments of combat. You see, because it's a paranormal-based manga, that also means the power system is paranormal-based. Momo has PSI abilities, and Okarun is possessed by a turbo brain. Roll clip. Yeah, so it's a weird and wacky world. I've seen a lot of people kind of compare it to Chainsaw Man, but if I'm being honest, this is better than Chainsaw Man. Just saying. And I will give a warning to people too. If you do plan on picking up dandadan, the beginning first like 2 or 3 arcs do have a lot of crass humor, while Tatsu was still trying to find their footing as a mangaka. But nonetheless, if you can get through all of that crass humor at the beginning of the series, you will find one of the best series that has been written in the past decade. And I promise you that. And I cannot praise enough his writing style. I'm someone who's deeply, deeply, deeply interested in mythology and the paranormal and cryptids and things of that nature. I'm very inquisitive into that side of pseudoscientific thought. And to see characters from tales that I've known of for years pop up in a manga is wild to me. Take, for instance, the main alien antagonist of the series, the Serpo. The Serpo's inspiration comes from a book called Secret Journey to Planet Serpo, written by Lynn Caston. And this man claimed that he actually went to the planet Serpo, met these aliens, and set up a deal between the Serpos and Earth to kind of like trade information or something. I don't know. I haven't read the book, but I have heard about the Serpos a lot of times. So when I first picked up dandadan and saw these aliens that I've heard about just in like, you know, UFO spheres and stuff like that, it blew my mind. One of my favorite accounts of the occult is the tale of Count Saint Germain. Saint Germain was supposedly a French nobleman that lived in the 1600s who had amazing elixirs that could cure aging or take away wrinkles or fix a cough that you've had for months. He was supposedly one of the last Renaissance men to exist and was an immortal who had lived for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years and still lives today. Well, he's in dandadan. Not only that, but if you're interested in the ancient religions of the world, like those of the people of Sumer and things like that, that all also ties into dandadan. And I think that anybody who is deep into like One Piece and the theory side of One Piece specifically, that like likes to tie things from One Piece into our world, like I do over on the Kushi YouTube channel, would love dandadan because it brings in those aspects of our world into the manga for you to read as they interact with the characters in ways that you would never expect. Not only that, but you see several cryptids, and I'm not going to spoil any of those for you guys because they're well-known cryptids as well. I'm talking like your big ones. You see them inside this world alongside yokai as well, which there were so many yokai I had never heard about that are actually yokai that are in dandadan that I was like, this can't be a real thing, but it is. And kind of to round this down, because I know I rambled harder a little bit than what I did last episode in this one. I think the reason I like dandadan is because it helped me connect with somebody, if I'm being honest. I have a friend, his name's Dastard. Go follow him on YouTube. He's the guy that got me this jacket for my birthday coming up. Yeah. And he got me into dandadan when we had first met. And I think, while I do think our friendship would have still probably be similar to how it is now, I don't know if we would have had that connectivity that we did then because of dandadan. And it's helped me make a friend that I will have for the rest of my life. And that is just something spectacular to me.
Yeah, that shit beautiful than a motherfucker.
And not only that, but if you like Chainsaw Man, imagine it could be better. And if for those of you who've read Chainsaw Man Part 2, imagine it was good. That's what dandadan is. And now the premise of it may seem strange, and once you get into it, you'll be like, hold up. The objective of this manga is to get back this boy's what? You will think that, yes. But I can guarantee you that you will have a good time reading it. You will smile, you will laugh. You may even cry a little bit. I know I have. And that's what a good shonen does. So it really breaks my heart to see that nobody is talking about this at all. I think I've seen maybe 3 or 4 videos from bigger anime manga creators on YouTube, and that's about it. What's crazy to me is I wrote a script about dandadan a few months ago, right? And it was going to be called the shonen manga that nobody is talking about. And that still stands true. Dandadan has an anime adaptation that is coming out in October this year, and I truly believe it will be the anime of the year. I think everyone will be sleeping on dandadan until that point, and then after that, it will become part of the cultural zeitgeist like it deserves to be. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, and you guys can come back here in October and be like, yo, dude, that wasn't it. And maybe this is just a manga that I enjoy and other people won't, and that's okay too. I just wish that it would get more recognition because of how good the art is, because of how good the character writing is, and because of how good the mangaka does at conveying their message. But yes, guys, I've been StrawHatLucas, captain of the Last Arc. You can find me over there on the Last Arc YouTube channel and as a theorist on the Kushi YouTube channel, where I've got some more content coming out soon. Go read dandadan if you want. And if you've made it this far into the video, thank you for sticking around. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do these videos, so it means a lot to have the viewers that I have now. And I promise you, the quality is only going to go up from here, guys. And it's already pretty decent quality, except for this mic. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully I catch you over on the Last Arc sometime. And if you want to talk to me directly about anime and manga, make sure you join the Last Arc Discord. The link will be in the description, and we'll see you next week.